This is just going to talk through page 76 and the concept of half steps and whole steps on the guitar. So when we talk about the different notes on the guitar, we can give them names. You know, we've given the strings names E, A, D, G, B, E. But we can also talk about notes as being a certain distance from one another. For instance, if I was, remember, on the E string here, if I go up to an F, which is the first fret, I've moved up one fret, right? This is the open string, I've moved up one fret. So each fret on the guitar is a distance of what we call a half of a step, half step. So from E to F, we call that a half step. All right, now if I went up 2 frets, we would call that a whole step. So here's a half step. Let's say if I start on any note on the guitar, let's say I start on, here I'm on the 4th string, I'm on the 5th fret. So if I play this note, if I go to the next fret, I've gone up a half step. If I go up 2 frets, I've gone up a whole step. Okay? And you can go down, right? So that's the distance of a half step on the guitar. And it outlines that on the top of page 76. So one thing you can do to a note is you can sharp a note, and that means to bring it up a half step. So any note you know, you can make a sharp version of that note by bringing it up a half step. So for instance, this is a G right here, 3rd string. If I wanted to make a G sharp, I would just go up a half step, which is 1 fret. So there's G, and then there's G sharp. Okay, this is D, and then up a half step would be D sharp. And the sharp sign looks pretty much like a hashtag. You can see one in the book right here. There's one right there. You can see the sharp. And you'll put that right in front of a note. So if I look at this song, it's all Fs, okay, all the way across the whole song. However, each measure has a sharp in it. And when you have a sharp in front of a note, that note stays sharp for the rest of the measure. So this is F sharp, and then this is still F sharp. The next measure, it would be regular F, which would be 1st fret, but now it's F sharp again. So if you look at the picture here, there's a picture of where F sharp is, and it's 2nd fret on that 1st string. Now, remember, 1st fret on the 1st string was F natural. So there's F natural, like that, with the 1st fret on the 1st string. Now F sharp is going to be up a half step. So if I'm going to play the bottom of page 76, it's just all F sharps. And going with our basic rule of 1st position, I'm going to use my 2nd finger on the 2nd fret. So it's going to sound like this. 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's pretty much all of page 76.